Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what the Marine Corps is up to. Hoorah, right? So the United States Marine on Sunday took care of a criminal, or criminals, I should say, who tried to sabotage an electrical substation in Meridian, Idaho. And over the last 3 months, at least 9 substations have been attacked in North Carolina, Washington, and Oregon, depriving tens of thousands of people of power, sometimes for several days. Following those attacks, a $250,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of whoever carried out these attacks in Moore and Randolph counties in North Carolina. The feds also timidly implicated 45 supporters who oppose certain communities because these saboteurs struck cities hosting certain events. Now, the military now says that a 3-letter agency should have put the $250,000 bounty on itself for all signs suggesting corrupt agents perpetrated these substation mishaps. Now, the 5th column, as it's called, which is a growing number of agents working against Merrick Garland and his abhorrent Department of Justice, said that General Smith's office, that the rogue agents were planning to disable a power station near Boise during the Super Bowl, but the tipster didn't know which substation would be struck. And since Boise, a city with 250,000 residents and its suburbs, had numerous substations, and General Smith wanted specifics before committing his Marines to what could have been a wild goose chase. Such an attack would undeniably have been made people angry and left thousands without electricity on a very frigid, cold night. And although some earlier 5th column tips yielded fruitful intelligence and led to deep state arrests, others were a bust and a waste of time and resources. Now, white hat sources said that they are stretched thin across broad battlefield, and General Smith must judiciously pick his fights based on concrete intel, not rumor, speculation, or innuendo. He also let slip that Marines and members of special operation communities are involved in overseas assignments, but he would not elaborate. Now, when this substation tip came in, General Smith asked Boise, why Boise? Why not Boise? I mean, why East Palestine, Ohio? Why Kissimmee, Florida? Why Durrell, Florida? Why anywhere? I mean, think of it. Why anywhere? Ask yourself that question. But the whistleblower, he seemed clueless. He couldn't say whether Merrick Garland or Director Christopher Wray authorized the attack or named the field office. Boise has one from where the sinister agents would emerge. He added that General Smith spent 2 days pondering a course of action, either disregard the tip or send a small expeditionary force to Idaho. And the general decided on the latter because if something went down and the Marines weren't there to thwart it, General Smith wouldn't forgive his inaction. But by Super Bowl Sunday kickoff, a Marine platoon had already arrived in Idaho and scouted 5 distribution substations within a 30-mile radius of downtown Boise. And then they decided that anyone brazen enough to assault a utility while the sun still shone would choose a remote location with the sparse set nearby housing. But no such locale existed. So the surrounding substations in Boise, in Eagle, and in Meridian were densely populated with homes, in some cases only meters away from buzzing and humming transformers. Now the platoon commander, unwillingly to stretch his forces too thinly, divided the Marines into 3 8-man teams, stationing them at substations with the least visible security, chain fences and such. The foliage the agents could use to avoid detection. Now, an hour into the game, the Eagles, my team, were beating Kansas City. Boo. But the Marines in Idaho saw no signs of saboteurs. At halftime, Rihanna, dressed in a crimson bodysuit with a pentagram belt, took the stage. An SUV sporting Trump 2024 bumper stickers stopped beside a gate of the Columbia Substation in Meridian. What could that be? I don't know. 4 men, none of whom looked like feds, exited the truck, approached a locked gate. All wore MAGA hats, jackets, endorsing the presidential bid. And one carried bolt cutters. 2 had AR-15 style rifles slung across their shoulders. What the heck? Now the Marines challenged the quartet as it snapped the padlock gate. The intruders were told to stand down, surrender, but one unshouldered his rifle, rocked the charging handle, leveled the muzzle in the Marine's direction. He never had a chance to pull the trigger. The Marines, armed with suppressor-equipped M27 rifles, opened fire. Gone are the aggressors. Upon searching, the Marines found several magazines in a belt pouch of C4 explosives, though none of them had wallets or identification. How strange is that? They ran a make on the SUV's VIN and plates, which traced back to a laundromat in Wilmington, Delaware. Now the men were fingerprinted, white hats with access to the integrated automated fingerprint identification system, matched with 2 sets of prints to FBI agents assigned to an FBI office in Spokane, Washington. Yeah. As an aside, on Tuesday, if white hats had looked into the East Palestine derailment, since residents have fallen ill from the release of those toxins into the air. I mean, there's also unsubstantiated rumors of a joint EPA-FEMA task force with the livestock and pets near the derailment. They're dying. Something is not right here, guys. Something is very wrong here. Maybe I'm looking into this wrong, but I don't think so. What do you think? All right, I'm out of here. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless.